Hey everybody! Welcome in. How are you today? It's so good to see you. So good to be with you for live readings. Here heading into our second week of work in Soul Shift. There we are. Can you see me okay? Hello, how are you? It's great to see you guys today. It's a big, beautiful, sunny day in LA, and I hope it's beautiful where you are too. I'm so happy you're here. So today I've chosen the color deck. This was the one my spirit guides were like, you gotta use this deck today. So let me show you. And we'll try to get to birthday readings today and everything else. This is the Secret Language of Color by Ina Siegel. I love her deck. I'm just a big fan. I don't know if she's done other decks, but I love her color deck. It gives you, because when you work with color magic, it kind of gives you a sense of the chakras that might be active for you or that need to be healed or balanced or reconciled. So how are you today? Oh, there's no sound? Really? Okay, Siren of the Void says no sound. Alexis, hey, are you there? Can you hear me okay? Do we have sound? Can anybody else hear me and give me just a gut check real quick? Oh, it was just Siren of the Void. Okay, good. Okay. I mean, I'm not happy that you don't have sound, but thank you for telling me that it was just you, because I was worried it was everybody. Okay, good. So we have sound, and we're a go. I was going to say my system was working really well today. So I want to ask my spirit guides to come closer and help me be. Thank you so much. Yeah, before you tell us you have sound issues, double check, because then the whole feed's going to think they have sound issues. So I want to ask my spirit guides to come closer and help me be a good, clear, and open channel for wisdom and information that wants to come through. I want to ask your spirit guides, and there's the gardener outside, as he always is. Not my gardener, it's my neighbor's gardener. But anyway, hopefully you can hear me. I want to ask your spirit guides to let me in if you'd like a reading today. And I want to ask that only wisdom and information in service of the highest good of the one who asks is allowed to be communicated, expressed, transmitted to you today in service always of your highest good. And we give thanks, don't we, for wisdom already on its way. So my pendulum is ready to go. Let me dive right in. It's not a tractor, it's a wind machine. I know. Thanks for that, Alexis. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to dive in with Colleen, and here we go. Colleen says, love any guidance if you feel called. Hi, Colleen. How are you today? We have Crystal Masters today. Are you excited? I'm so excited to talk about the history and the origins of jewelry. It's one of my favorite subjects. So Colleen. Got the violet card. You sure did. Number 45. I'm going to read you a little bit, and then I'm going to channel for you. So for you, Colleen, this says, create a balanced life. Violet regenerates your nervous system. Did you know that? It heals insomnia, mental disorders, physical illness, injuries affecting the eyes and the brain. I haven't had mental illness, but I've had injuries to my optic nerves and nervous system. So this helps to reprogram cells. It activates intuition, opens creativity, increases psychic gifts. So the question here is, where do you need to balance? And if you could learn something from your imbalance, what would it be? If you could learn something from your imbalance, what would it be, Colleen? The spirit guides are saying sometimes your imbalances are gifts. Does that make sense to you? I feel the same way about mine. You know, sometimes when energies are out of balance, it's not a bad thing. It's like, it's an opportunity to calibrate, right? Because we're constantly fine-tuning, we're constantly reorienting, right? Yeah. So this is your opportunity Have you been extremely stressed? They are showing me your spinal column and your nervous system. So I do feel like some of this is related to your physical health and well-being. How do you know if your nervous system is stressed? We should talk about that. The nervous system shows up in a couple of different ways, right? It can show up in your actual emotional anxiety. It can show up in numbness and tingling. Do you ever get numbness and tingling? That's often a sign from your central nervous system. They're telling me you need to lay down and put something under you. Do you have like a purple blanket or a purple cushion or something that you could put? They're showing me your lumbar region. Are you having back pain? If you were here, Colleen, I'd put you in that bed right there, and I'd put, if it were me, if I was your crystal healer and I was doing an intuitive healing session, that might be a good way to do these readings. Like, what would I do if you were in my room right now? Wouldn't that be a fun reading? So if Colleen was in my room right now, I'd put her up there. I'd put a nice bolster pillow under her knees, and I would put I actually have my tachyon wands there. I would put the guides are saying a velvet pillow, a purple pillow under your lumbar region. And then quartz would be a really good crystal to start to run the energy through, because they're showing me your middle back, lower back, your hips, the backs of your legs, and all the way down to the backs of your knees. What would I do if you were here? It's kind of an interesting question, right? So, yeah. That's what I would do if Colleen was here. I want to teleport yourself on over, Colleen. Anyway, if you want me to do that kind of reading for you today, let me know. Like, what would you do if I was there kind of thing? I can do that too. Some of you have questions and don't care about that, so that's okay too. It doesn't hurt my feelings. So Heidi just is feeling gray today, and she would love some color guidance. So let me just answer that direct question. So this is for Heidi. Hi, Heidi. Heidi. A little color guidance for Heidi. For Heidi, let love in. Let love in. Feels good for you, doesn't it? This is kind of consistently your medicine. Pink is the energy of unconditional love. The spirit guides are talking. Hey Heidi, you want me to channel for you first? The guides are like, oh. The guides are saying, This has been it for you for a long time. Some things you probably don't have questions about anymore, huh? Like what I'm about to tell you, you already know, and you've known it for a long time. Ready? You need to open your heart to unconditional love, and that's really hard for you, the guides are saying, because of your early experiences. But if you don't, sometimes what I find, and I'll tell you, Heidi, because I have compassion for you, because I'm the same way. What they're telling me. We ask the same question sometimes hoping we'll get a different answer. Because the same answer is we already know it and we don't want to do it, or we think it's too hard. You have to heal those early experiences, Heidi, in order to experience the unconditional love you seek now. And there's no way around it. There's only a way through it. I know it too, by the way. So I understand, because this is also my challenge. So become aware of tension in the body. Take a deep breath. Allow your body to soften. This is what it's saying. Close your eyes. Imagine you're holding beautiful pink flowers. Breathe in the sweet scent, inviting the beauty and the delicateness to your heart. Then imagine pink light from the flower flowing into your heart, filling it up with unconditional love. But the spirit guides are saying you know all of this. Hi, Heidi. So then the question becomes, are you going to do it? Alchemy, you guys, what you have to know about alchemy is alchemy rarely comes to you with something new. It comes to you with something that's due. I think the blocks in your heart chakra, Heidi. Now I'm just telling you what the guides are saying. When we don't feel like we get what we need at the beginning, and I'm saying we because I'll put myself there too. And I'm not just talking to Heidi, I'm talking to everybody. When we don't get something we need at the beginning, we spend the rest of our lives, if we're unchecked, looking for it. And then at some point we have to be able to receive it. But there's part of me where I'm like, I don't know if I still believe it. Not in the same like little girl way that I used to. Does that make sense? Right? Heidi Kelly's feeling this too. It wasn't originally for you, Heidi, but you know, there are certain things I didn't get in the beginning. And I've been looking for them ever since. And I'm stopping the looking because I'm realizing if I don't have them already, I'm never going to have them. So, you know what? I mean, I don't have all the answers, but I'm with you. I see you. I'm doing the same work. Yeah. Okay. Melissa Pugh. Any guidance for me? I'm still unsure of my direction to take since my husband passed away. Everything still feels foggy. Yeah, I bet it does, huh? Melissa. Cherries. Live an extraordinary life. Melissa. Joseph's out there singing for you. Can you hear it? Okay. Cherry raises your self-esteem, brings sweetness, happiness, wisdom. It can open your heart and allow you to listen to your heart's truest desires. Always remember there's a connection between you and the person right before you and right after you. So Heidi Cruz, you should probably still be listening. Maybe this little cherry is for you. To be alive is amazing. Buy some cherries, taste their sweetness, and make a list of 10 things you would like to do in the next year. And make a commitment to living an extraordinary life. If you follow your dreams, you can only succeed. When you take a chance, you learn, grow, and expand. So here's the mantra. Are you ready? Divine intelligence, please give me the courage to become extraordinary and to make my dreams, goals, and desires a reality. Melissa, it's time to live your extraordinary life. What would that look like for you? Can you get some cherries? They're in season here in Southern California. If you lived close by, I would literally bring a box of cherries to your doorstep today. Get some cherries. Eat some cherries. You know what? Set an intention that with each cherry that you take into your system, that you're gonna take in some sweetness. And may that sweetness overcome the fogginess that you feel. I see you today. Myra thinks Joseph is in. Myra's cat thinks Joseph is available to him. Joseph is not. Smudgy has tried to catch Joseph a bunch of times, but Joseph is very smart. He's very elusive. Okay, Lisa Cohen. Would love to have a reading today. Hi, Lisa. How are you today? Lisa. From cherries to watermelon. I don't know what's going on with the fruit. This is fun with your inner child, which I really like for Lisa Cohen. Have fun. Watermelon is a color of softness, gentleness, compassion that brings affection, self-acceptance, and kindness. It's a spirit of fun, and it has easy access to your inner child. It's time to nourish and nurture your inner child. What exciting things can you do today that will make you laugh and enjoy yourself? She needs to play and have fun to feel healthy. Close your eyes and visualize yourself as a small child. And then ask that small child, what would be fun for you to do today? The child might say, I want to go out and throw a ball in the park, or play a game, or eat ice cream, or buy a toy. Listen and follow. Before you go to sleep, visualize this child surrounded in a soft watermelon color as it is resting peacefully. Divine intelligence, please assist me to connect to my fun, easygoing, enthusiastic nature so that I can spread joy and laughter wherever I go. Do you ever buy things for your inner child? Mine always wants stuffed animals. When I was growing up, we didn't have any money. So it was like gifts were hard. And my kids don't believe me when I tell them that for I think it was my 10th Christmas, my wish was a Snoopy stuffed animal. That was my big gift. My kids don't believe it. But it was a big deal. I waited till Christmas and I opened my Snoopy, and there's a picture of me holding my Snoopy, and my sister got Woodstock. It was like a big deal. I'm that old. But we didn't have electronics or anything, so it wasn't like we wished for an iPad. But even still, my little one, like if you ever wonder why there's stuffed animals up there, it's because little Athena likes them, and so as crazy as it is, I sometimes still will buy her a stuffed animal. So I think it's important for you to ask what would make little Lisa happy. It's probably not much. Maybe she'd like a piece of candy, or an ice cream bar, or a new stuffed animal, or some stickers. What would little Lisa, what would make her happy? Right? Kittens and jewelry for Elena, right? Like, it's no different, right? Every once in a while, I'll see something on Amazon, and it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It'll be like a stuffed animal, or like a lip gloss, or like something I wouldn't even wear. And part of me will go, wow, I'd really like to have that. And part of me is like, why? You know, it has nothing, I mean, like grown me would not. And so I usually try to, it doesn't happen very often, but like every 6 months I'll buy it and bring it home. And it usually gives me this like little me gets excited about things still, right? Yeah. It's true. What would little Mavi want? And can you give it to her? Probably doesn't cost that much. And it may not even be a thing. Like little Mavi may want to go outside and sit in the sunshine and look at the clouds and figure out what the clouds are turning into. You know, it may not even be a thing you have to buy. It's very sweet, isn't it? Okay. All right, Mavi says her family's going through a tough situation. She could use some guidance. Let's see. Got drama going on. Let's see what's happening. Mavi. I like this answer for you. Reminds me of the Blue Room. Have you done the Blue Room meditation, Mavi? I'm just going to tell you, whenever I have a challenge, a big challenge, I don't address it directly on with the people who are involved before I do the blue room. Because what that allows you to do is call everybody's higher self into a meditation and back off. Because the higher selves usually kind of know what needs to happen or get worked out. And Alexis has the blue room meditation, so if the current crowd doesn't have it, Alexis, maybe you could make it available again. Might be time. We just did this a couple months ago, but might be time for blue room. So here's what this card says for you. Focus on your eyes. Are they tired or heavy or light or relaxed? Imagine indigo light penetrating your eyes, finding any dark spots in your field of vision and dissipating them. Place your palms gently on your eyes and hold them there for a few minutes, allowing your eyes to relax completely. Divine intelligence, please allow what I've seen in my vision to manifest in perfect time and in the perfect way. Drama is disorganized energy, okay? And what you have to know about drama, from my perspective, okay, there's a couple things I'm going to teach you about drama, so like put this in parentheses, give me 2 minutes, okay? I'm going to teach you everything you need to know energetically about drama. Ready? Number 1, drama needs a host. So if you don't perpetuate it, if you don't make space for it, if you don't entertain it, it will die out. So my number 1 rule is I don't make a space for drama, because it's drama is wasted energy. Let me back up even further. My definition of drama is people bickering without the desire to resolve something. Okay? They don't want to fix it, they don't want to solve it, they don't want to change it, they don't want to adapt it. They just want to complain or create issues or challenges or express their truth, okay? Which, by the way, I'm very suspicious of that, like, I'm just speaking my truth thing, because usually when people say that, they're simply wanting to, like, say what they think without a need to express it. My mantra comes from Buddhism, which is, if I'm not improving on the silence, I don't add to it. I don't say things just to say them. I say things because they're going to either help a situation, clarify a situation, or facilitate healing. But if it's just me spewing something or saying something, I don't do that. Because that's just me putting energy in the field with no intention. Drama is intentionless energy. I need to make memes out of this. Alexis, can you help me with this? Because honestly, I think all million people in our community could probably use this. Drama is intentionless energy. I'm just going to stick this thing in the middle of the room and go, whoop, pow, and see what you all do with it, right? It's like drama. It doesn't do anything, and it doesn't facilitate healing or closure or evolution or development or anything. It's just like a big, like, energy bomb, right? So it isn't drama if there's an intention behind it. If the intention is, I'm sharing this so that we can improve. I'm sharing this so that we can heal. I'm sharing this so that we can do better. I'm sharing this so our family can have closer relationships. I'm sharing this so that, and then you fill in the intention. But if it's just like, here's my bullshit, I'm just dropping it in the room, here you go, everybody, that's just drama. And drama doesn't have a purpose, okay? So when you experience drama, what you have to ask yourself is, A, do I want to participate? And just for a second, I know you guys need readings today. Can I just ask for your attention for a moment? Like Lena and Samantha, like, I'll get to you. But just for a moment, hear me out on this, okay, before you move on to the next thing. Because I think this is really important for our group to hear too. When you put intention into the field, or attention, or energy, it has to have an intention behind it, right? And so when you look at your life and you feel overwhelmed by the energies, because we did so much cord cutting, cord narrowing, all this stuff last month, you don't have to narrow cords or cut cords with people who are putting energy into the field with intention. you find yourself having to cut or narrow cords with people who are not putting energy into the field with intention. That's why you feel the need energetically and alchemically to try and siphon off those relationships, right? So what can you do, right, other than add to the drama? What you can do is ask, what's the intention here? How are we moving forward? What's the path forward? What would this look like if it was resolved? I'm willing to participate in this, but only insofar as you have an intention. And then once you share your intention, then I can participate in the dialogue and we can figure out how to make this energy useful. But I'm going to tell you something as empaths, okay? Don't participate in things when there's no intention. Have you noticed that? Because when you do that, you perpetuate the evolution of energy that has no meaning or purpose. It could be entertainment for people. It could be, because people like drama. Have you noticed on Facebook and stuff like that? They love it. They put those popcorn memes where they're like, I'm just here to watch the show or whatever. Really? There's karma in that. When you just sit and watch the show and post your popcorn memes and everybody's laughing, like, what are you actually participating in? And because every time you participate with energy, your energy goes down that same drain. You cord to that energy. Now you've got an energetic issue, and then you're like, how do I clear it? How do I calcinate it? We need to back up the truck about 100 feet and say, when you see this stuff happening, you need to move so far back and go, that's not my circus. And those are not my monkeys. You know what I mean? If there's no intention, then you should not be participating, in my opinion. And I'm really glad this came up today. And so when you see drama one more time, what do you say? What's the intention here? What is your intention? And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to be more careful about asking the same question, because this wisdom came from Spirit today, but I think it's for everybody who's here. If you see drama, the first question you should ask is, what is your intention? If the person's just there to start drama, they're not going to be able to answer you. What are they going to say? I'm just here to make a mess? I'm just here to entertain you? I'm just here to distract you? I'm just here to waste your time? Do you know what I mean? So anyway, thank you for giving me the space to say that. I want to go back to reading for everybody else. But what I will say is, if you want to resolve drama and conflict, A, what's the intention? B, do you need to be involved? Because that's how you protect your energy field. And then C, how do you do that? The Blue Room is a great way to do that. And Alexis just posted a link for you, by the way. So if you want that meditation, it's there. What about people lying to you, lying about you to others who believe it? I mean, Jessica, that has happened to me a million times. It's happened to me a million times. Somebody in Crystal Masters this week compared me to Jim Jones. Like, what? And so this exercise is a great exercise in saying, what's your intention? Right? What? You know what I mean? And then the person won't be able to answer it because they don't know what their intention is, other than to just kind of put their hand in the cauldron and stir the pot. And you don't need to participate in that. That's my metric, because because I do what I do in a public way, people say things all the time and then people will believe it, and it's like, are you kidding me right now? No, it happened. If you missed it, I'm really happy for you. They're not in the group anymore, obviously. But I'm just telling you, be careful with that stuff, because if there's not an intention there, and if I didn't ask the person what their intention was, I just showed them where the door was. But if you don't know what the intention is and you get involved, what happens to your energy? Tara Clement said she'd love a reading for guidance on finding her truth. Don't worry about that, by the way. Alexis and I cleaned up that in just a second and moved that person where they need to go. But shit happens, man, and people create drama because you know why they create drama? Because it's easier for them to create drama than it is to look at their own lives. And then they don't care who they make a victim of that, right? But you have to be aware of that, because that's going to happen in your life. It may not happen to you on Facebook, because I'm a public figure, it does. It may happen to you and your family, or with your brother or your sister or your mom or your dad or your uncle or your neighbor or your best girlfriend from junior high school or whatever, but it's all the same stuff. It's people who don't want to do their own inner work, so they project their issues outward with no intention. Careful with that, because that has karmic consequences. Do you know what I mean? All right, Tara. Let's see what she needs to know about finding her truth today. Tara. This is a great color for you for finding your truth. It's the Take Action card. This is number 32, by the way. Let's see. All right, Tara, it says, hold on, there we go. Jade is the color of serenity, tranquility, love, and nurturing. It creates balance, harmony, and self-sufficiency. It releases negativity from your mind. Whatever you've been putting off doing, just do it. Let go of any excuses and just take action. Think of what you would love and surround yourself and all of your desires with a jade green light and say, you ready, Tara? I can do this. It's easy. Say it with me, Tara. I can do this. It's easy. The universe supports my goals and dreams and manifests them into physical reality. The universe supports my goals and dreams and manifests them into physical reality. So your truth is success. Are you afraid of succeeding? You know what the guides are saying, Tara? Success is going to change your life. Are you ready for that? They're good changes, Tara, but it's a change. But don't, what I was going to say is, where are you, Tara? Don't not pursue it out of fear. You have a big calling, Tara, and it's okay to pursue it fearlessly. You'll hit bumps in the road. November. Write down November 2021. It's an important month for you. It starts right at the end of October, Samhain time, they're saying. I want to know when it is, Tara. I'm excited for you. Yeah, but the guides are saying fear of success holds you back too. Success can change everything just like failure can. How many people do you know who've been successful and their relationships fail and their health gets challenged, right? Like, we get afraid of success too, because success is big. Just like failure is big, success is kind of big too. And it changes everything. Right around July this year, Tara, you're going to get a message. It's a spiritual message. They're telling me July 15th to the 25th about what's coming in November. I would write all that down. Okay, Amber Wagner. She said, I would love a reading for the coming season if you feel called. Aho to that. It's true. Karen Carley said action creates a reaction, but nothing creates nothing, right? So if you want to create a reaction, you have to take an action. It's why they say, my grandmother used to say, God helps those who help themselves. what my grandma was really talking about is that you got to take the first step. You got to be brave enough, to Karen Carley's point. If you don't take a step, then there's no reaction from the universe. There has to be, you have to put something in to get something out, right? You got to put a quarter in the slot machine to win the jackpot. You know, like there's this action reaction relationship, and I think a lot of us are like, well, I want a reaction, but I don't want to put anything in. It's like the universe doesn't work that way. Okay, Amber, Amber, Amber. Let's see what the season ahead has for you. Abundance, darling. All right, Amber. Which gold is your color anyway, right? You're named for Amber, which is usually a golden color. Gold provides clarity and decision making. It attracts abundance, expands awareness, clears the path to wisdom. Strengthens all fields of the body. Spirit with gold, the strongest color for healing any illness, but use it wisely. To attract abundance, focus on activating golden energy in the palms of your hands. You want to do this together? It says, imagine that you have a gold coin. Amber is bringing us this medicine today. So imagine you have a gold coin in each of the palms of your hands. Focus on the gratitude for the abundance you already have. Okay, so imagine you have enough money in your hands right now to do anything you want to do. Close your eyes, bless the coins, and imagine them multiplying into mountains. It's kind of fun, isn't it? They're multiplying into mountains. Activate this energy by sending gold light into the coins. I don't have any gold coins, but I'm imagining it. When your hands begin to tingle, you'll know that, where appropriate, everything you touch can now turn to gold. Say to yourself, Divine Spirit, I open the well of abundance in my heart, and I attract continuous blessings into my life. Do you feel your hands? It's a fun exercise, isn't it? What if you had everything that you needed right in your hands to create everything that you want to create? This is alchemy, right? Do you actually have to have gold coins to prove it? I don't really. And now, imagine, so if you want to extend this exercise, what I like to do is use your writing hand, your dominant hand, now that it's been charged, to write into the field what you want. So you can write, abundance. You can write health. Use your hands. I love that Amber gave that to us today. Isn't that fun? Did you feel the tingle? Like mine got really tingly. Did yours get tingly too? I want freedom. And I want joy. And I want intimacy and connection. Right? Like, it's really amazing, isn't it? Did you do it? I hope you took a message to do that. Like, Ting, did you do it for clarity? I see you asking. But Ting, can you take a minute? Did you do the exercise? Can you write clarity with your hand? Or, and try writing it with your non-dominant hand. In alchemy, they teach you to write with your non-dominant hand. Did you know that? Because your dominant hand already has the vibration. So when you start writing with your non-dominant hand, you actually activate the other hemisphere of your brain. Did you do it? That's awesome. I love it. I love it. Janine wrote her apartment down. If you have a house that you're looking for, like write the actual, like I do. I keep a, I have an address of a house that I have an energy hold on. So write that in, right? Super fun. Amber did it. Well, Amber, you totally summoned that entire ceremony, so I'm super grateful that you were here today. I did it. It was really fun. All right, let's go back to Ting. Where are you, Ting? All right, Ting said, can I get a message for clarity? But Ting, make sure you write clarity, because I think that that was meant for you too. I really do. So Ting, 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 let's see what's going on with you. A message for clarity today. The guides are showing me an eagle circling over your head, which is always the sign of clarity. Maybe your clarity requires your confidence. Cyan, right? Blue. Beautiful big blue. That's where the word kyanite comes from. Some people say cyan, some people say cyan. 35. Big, beautiful, watery blue for clarity for Ting. Cyan strengthens your confidence and belief in yourself, balancing the systems of your body, giving you clarity when you need to make choices. It also helps to release stress to attain peace and relaxation, and fine-tunes your communication abilities. So this is the right card for you. You're stepping into a Cyan cycle. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath, and as you breathe out, allow yourself to completely let go of stress and tension in your body. Let's try that together. And on this exhale, completely surrendering, letting go of stress and tension and confusion. Imagine there's a big cyan circle in front of you, focusing on the different qualities that make a person feel confident. That might be things like knowing what you're doing, feeling good about yourself, feeling happy, getting what you want, and so on. Hi, Hope. Hey, darling. I'll get to you next. All right, Ting, where you at? How'd that feel to you? It pulled the card of clarity for you, right? So, but can you do that? Can you take a deep breath and on the exhale, release anything in your body, mind, spirit that's preventing you from achieving clarity? Clarity is always available to us. Do you know what blocks it, Ting? And this is interesting to me, and I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so glad this came up today, because it's another one of those universal messages. What blocks clarity, in my experience, is doubt and fear and hesitation. And also it can be other emotions too. Anger can cloud clarity. You know, if we're upset, it's hard to be clear. But fear is usually the number one thing. We usually know what to do and how to do it, but then we're afraid. But if I do that, then this. If I try that, then this other thing. If I trust this person, then they can hurt me. If I go down that path, then I might lose. If I go try a new job, then I might fail, right? So it's all these little different like energies of fear. And I feel that for you. That's what's coming through from the spirit guides. I hope that was helpful. I know, I'm super blessed that Ting was here today. Yeah. Okay, Carolyn needs a if you were here reading. All right, so if you were here in my crystal room, Carolyn, which I would love, let's see what the guides would have me do. I know, Amber and Ting today were like the heroes of the reading so far. I'm really grateful to you guys. All right, Carolyn, let's see what's coming up, cutie pie. Gold. Yeah. Abundance. I'm just going to ask my spirit guides because we've read this card already. So let me just see what the spirit guides are saying. Okay, Carolyn, what they're saying is solar plexus. You know what I want to do, you guys? Would this be really weird for you? I really want you to tell me honestly, okay? Would it be weird for you if I got like a mannequin for the room here? I'll tell you why. Because what I would do if I had a mannequin here is I would actually, like, we could do some readings like this. Like, I would have the mannequin laying, and then I could actually show you, right, on the body what I would do. But I don't know if that's weird. Like, would it look really weird for me to be working on, like, a life-size doll? It wouldn't be like a weird blow-up doll or whatever. But I'm just, would it not be weird? Okay, because it, and Tara says nothing would be weird for her. I kind of want like a human-sized body, because so here's what I would show you, what I'm seeing for you, Carolyn, if I had that. Let me see if I can do it with, I mean, it's weird, but let me do it with a rabbit. Okay. I might get it, because sometimes it's really hard to show you if I don't have like a, here's Carolyn, everybody. So here's what the guides are showing me. Okay, so they're showing me the line between Carolyn's solar plexus, okay, and your third eye. So if you were here, what I would be doing, and they're showing me doing this with a wand, would be, sorry, hold on. But that way I could do some really cool, like, demos for you. So if Carolyn was here, what I would be doing is showing you, I would be taking the one end of my double term quartz point to your solar plexus, and then I would be raising it up and taking it back down to the third eye. There's a bridge, the guides are saying, between that needs to be formed between what you know that you know how to do and what you feel empowered to do. And so if you were here in front of me, I would be making a bridge between third eye and solar plexus and back and forth, and sort of activating that pineal gland and connecting it to your solar plexus, which is your seat of will, right? And your place of personal power. They're not showing me any blockages below the solar plexus, but it's really about what you know you're capable of doing and the vision that you have, and trusting the vision to be accurate for the will. What does that do? So she's got a little bit of an energy. It's fun, right? She's got a little bit of a blockage, and she's brave to put herself up for the work today. But I sometimes have this too, because your solar plexus is your will. It's what you know you're here to do, right? It's the I am, I do. It's basically your battery pack, right? But your intuition knows what you're here to do. But sometimes the ego can get involved here and be like, well, should you really be doing that? Do you really know how to do that? So if we can heal the block between the third eye and the solar plexus, then we can put the two energy centers in conversation with each other. So it's not counter forces, right? So it's a bridge. And what I would want you to do, if you were here, Carolyn, I would just go back and forth. And I would start to work with the solfeggio frequencies too, and if you have anything tuned to, let me think about what frequencies I'd want you to use for this. I won't be able to do it right now because we're, it's short on time. But, yeah, me too, Amber. I don't know how Dave's going to feel about a mannequin, but it will just help me a lot, because even in Crystal Masters, it'll enable me to do more work without wiggly human bodies there. So I'm going to work on this. The bridge. Yeah, so if you're afraid, now remember, fear is always lower chakras, solar, sacral, root, right? So fear sits down here. Fear ends up here when you project the lower chakra fears onto the screen of your third eye. But usually fear is a visceral experience, and it's in the lower chakras. So, but with Carolyn, it's more like needing to activate what you know you came here to do, but trusting that it's actually part of your purpose and your vision. So. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Okay, let me see where I'm going. Sherry Herring said, need my first reading. Come on in, Sherry. Did I miss somebody? You're so welcome, Carolyn, and thank you for asking, because for a long time, I've been thinking about that, Carolyn. Let me go back to Hope really quick, and then I will come back down to, because the spirit guides don't want me to miss you, Hope. I'm going to go to Hope, and then I'm coming back to, and you can totally do it on yourself. Hope, and then Hope, and then where was it going next? Hold on. Let me go back to Hope, because the guides are just all on me about Hope. So let me do this first, and then I'll come back, because I think I had mentioned someone else too. Let me go back to Hope first. Okay, Hope. Hi, Hope. Hope, Hope, Hope. And then the next one, hold on. The guides want me to say your name. The next person I'm reading for is... If you don't have a double term, you should get a double term or make one. That's what I would recommend. Okay, hold on. Sherry. Hope and then Sherry. Sherry Herring. Okay, now I know where I'm going. The spirit guides wanted me to say it. Hope and then Sherry Herring. So Hope first. Hope, Hope, Hope. Balance for Hope. I see you. Hope says she feels lost and defeated. Probably won't help you, Hope, right now, but I've been there. I really have. I don't know anybody who hasn't been there, Hope, honestly. But it's not my favorite place to live. But I just want you to know I see you and I've been there. So my heart just kind of pours out to you today. So do you remember this from the earlier reading, Hope? This is regenerating your nervous system. It's healing mental disorders, physical illness, injuries affecting the eyes and the brain. It helps with epilepsy, balancing energy, reprogramming cells. It activates intuition, creativity, increases psychic senses. Balance is an important part of life. It is the recognition that every challenge contains a blessing and every blessing contains a challenge. And with that, we embrace the whole of life. Focus on one area of your life that seems out of balance. If you could learn something from it, what would it be? You know why I like that question, Hope? Because when I have felt like you've felt, if someone said, how can I help you? I wouldn't have known what to tell them. But if someone had asked me, what are you learning? I could have answered that. Do you feel like you can answer that question today, what you're learning? Close your eyes and imagine a violet box floating towards you. When it comes closer, I'm going to do this with Hope. When that box comes closer to you, unwrap it and receive its gift. Allow a violet ray of light to penetrate your body, relaxing and energizing you as you let go of fear, stress, or worry, and you bring back balance. And then say, Divine Intelligence, please allow me to create a balanced life, full of blessings and joy. It's hard to see when we're here, Hope. This is what the guides are saying. It's hard to see. But you have to trust that there's duality in all things. Nothing's permanent. So where there's imbalance, you will find balance. Where you feel lost, you'll feel found. Where you feel defeated, you will feel victorious. You're just on one side of that coin right now. So I like this question for you. What are you learning? And does that resonate with you? Can you answer that question? You don't have to answer it for me right now, but like in your mind, you know? That was a good one, huh? And then Sherry Herring. Where are you, Sherry? Well, that's interesting. Kimberly says I don't need a full body, just a cardboard body. But here's the thing, I like to push into it. I like to do body work on it. Let's see. Sherry Herring, where are you, darling? There you are. Hi, Sherry. Sherry. This is a good one. And this one doesn't come up very often, Sherry. It's the plum card. Overcome your challenges. Allow flow. Hold on. Oh, wrong card. That was a nice one too, though. I keep going to the page number and not the card number. Hold on, Sherry. Okay. Plum is a color of devotion, dedication, and commitment that connects you to your heart and your life purpose. If you're facing something difficult, make sure you surround yourself with plum. Wear plum-colored clothing, shoes, or jewelry. Eat plums. Paint with this color. Visualize a ray of plum light to soothe your heart and soul. Find the gift in this challenging experience and allow its insights to come into your mind. And then say, Divine Spirit, please use plum ray to guide me through any challenges I may experience with ease, grace, and softness. I like that. Overcoming your challenges with plum. Plums are really good for digestion too. They move your bowels. So, not saying that's part of your problem, Sherry, but might make you laugh a little bit. I can't eat too many plums because they're not good for my digestions. Okay, so for Sherry, what does this mean? Guides are saying find the pathway. There's a pathway through this. It's not, okay, let me back up for a second. What the guides are saying is some of the challenges you're facing right now, Sherry, you have faced before. Is this true? You have to find new solutions to these old problems. Don't do the same thing again and expect it to work. That's sort of like the definition of insanity, right? And I'm guilty of that. Like when an old problem comes up, I tend to do the same old things I've always done, and I'm like, why isn't it working? It's like, because you can't do that. So bring a new mindset to old challenges is what the guides are saying. Remember that plums sweeten. Do you know what they're showing me? Oh. I'm going to share it with you, Sherry, because maybe you want to do it. But the guys just showed this to me, and it was like emotional for me. So before I met Dave, I was engaged to an amazing man. He wasn't meant to be my husband, but he was an amazing man. He is an amazing man. And he's Japanese. And so I was very close to his mom, and who's still alive. And she taught me, this is what the guides are showing me. I'm so weird that it's coming up today. She used to take me in the kitchen and teach me how to make Japanese plum wine. And I haven't thought about that in 25 years, which was, I was literally 21, 22, 23 when I was in this part of my life. So she used to go get these really beautiful Japanese plums and rock candy, and then I think it was vodka. And when you make Japanese plum wine, you have to kind of cook it, and then you have to put it in a dark place for like 6 months and let it kind of ferment. And she used to teach me how to make it because I loved Japanese plum wine. It was like my favorite thing. And so I remember making my first batch of Japanese plum wine with her, and I didn't want to drink it because it was so precious to me, and we didn't make that much, and it was like these little containers. I don't know why that's coming up for me, for you, except that And Japanese plums are very specific, but I think they're in season this time of year. I almost want you to make yourself like a plum. This is for you, Sherry. I almost want you to make yourself like a plum elixir. Like, get yourself some plums. At my local grocery store, they've got regular plums. I have a Japanese store called Marukai, and they've got Japanese plums. Like, I don't know, see what you can find, and put some sugar or rock candy in the pan, and maybe just a little bit of alcohol, or if you don't want to do that, just use distilled water, and make yourself like a sweet plum elixir. There must be something in this for you, or it wouldn't be coming up. And I think it's just a reminder of the sweetness of life, and that sometimes when we're in these predicaments, it's so yummy, by the way. Now, I'm nothing like my mother-in-law. She was an absolute pro at this, or my former previous would have been mother-in-law. She was a pro at this. But that was her technique. So I wonder if there's something in it for you, making like a plum elixir or something for you to work with that just reminds you that you're in this tough place in your life right now, but it's not going to last. You know what I mean? And so maybe this plum, like, sweet medicine. And if you make it, by the way, I want some. Okay, so we're actually at our hour. Can you believe it? So I'm gonna do a collective read for today, and so this will be for everyone who's listening now and everyone who will watch later. And then, of course, we will pick up next week, same time. That must have come up for you somehow, somewhere, Sherry. She said she misses her mother figure and she loves plums. Yeah, where's gratitude for you? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's something in that for you. Sweetness, gratitude, memories, love, connection, unconditional love. Like, there's some medicine there for you today. So, all right. So this is for everybody who's here now and everybody who will watch later. This is a collective poll for Soul Shift, Soul Shift, Soul Shift. I know. Can you believe it's been an hour? We started a few minutes after the top of the hour, but it's almost 3:15. That was a long and very short hour all at the same time. So this is for you if you're listening now, and for you if you'll watch later. A collective card for Soul Shift, Soul Shift, Soul Shift to guide our work in the week ahead. Totally different card. Sweet though, isn't it? Tangerines are in season in Southern California right now too. Okay, 17 is tangerine. I like this for us. You ready? It felt like a blink of a darn eye. I don't know where that hour went. We lost time. I keep looking over the clock because I'm like, there's no way that was an hour, and it totally was an hour. Okay, be spontaneous, have fun. You ready? Tangerine's the color of vibrancy, creativity, zest for life, vitality. It can awaken your sexual and your creative energies. It symbolizes warmth, richness, courage, spontaneity, inner knowing, confidence. It unleashes your wild self. That's why tangerine oil, pure tangerine essential oil, is in Wild Woman perfume. That's why. Because it really is a rewilding oil. So it says, experiment with tangerine to awaken your creative juices. What have you always wanted to do that you didn't have the courage to do? Before your doubt sets in, let go of all control and give yourself permission to do something wild and spontaneous. Let your inner child come out to play. Didn't it go by fast, Alexis? Like, I mean, you've been here forever. Like, that was weird, right? It's not just me. Rub your hands together for a minute. Then place them slightly apart. Visualize tangerine rays of light shining out of your hands as you place them above your solar plexus and above your heart and above your head, allowing the tangerine ray to activate your fun, spontaneous, and adventurous self. And then say, infinite intelligence now awakens my creative and spontaneous, adventurous self. I'm ready to let fun and laughter into my life. Yeah, and send it. Send it to your sacral, send it to your heart, send it to your throat, send it all through your third eye. Creativity, fun, spontaneity. Touch your crystals with it. You know what I mean? Just activate everything with that energy. Isn't it beautiful? Plums and tangerines for all of us today. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being there. I'm going to prep class and go live just a little bit with our daily products for today, and then I'll see you right back at 4 p.m. Pacific time for session 2, Crystal Masters, coming live to you in just a few minutes. We'll see you soon. Thank you for being there. I want to thank my spirit guides for helping me to be a good, clear, and open channel. And I want to thank your spirit guides for helping me to come closer. And let's also give thanks for energy and wisdom and information that may come through after our readings today. Before I see you next time, I'll see you in just a little while. Have a great rest of your afternoon, you guys. It was a pleasure.